Hello there, here, and today we're good. Sorry, my brain fumbling. We are back with for Mother Matron. We're at the market now. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Yes, we are going to try to find pucks, which is because we are not pucks. We definitely looking for pucks, but we are not pucks. So yeah, let's continue our march to doom, shall we? At the market, we both realized that our stomachs were empty, so I decided to buy us lunch. You decided to buy us lunch? I mean, yeah, the rich doesn't have any money. We made our way to the market and approached my favorite food stand, which sat far away from Meaty Mars's booth of mystery meat and salt skewers. Oddly, I could almost swear I still felt her gaze. Oh, she's over there. She's keeping her distance, but I can see her watching from behind a barrel. Bruh. She lays her focus on Rich and has not noticed that I have noticed her. Oh well, I think she's harmless. She's leaving us alone for now, at least. I think she just wants to ogle her crush. I certainly will be better equipped to deal with anything that might happen on a full stomach at the least. The delightful smell of grilled rat and vegetable make its way up my nose and tickles the parts of my brain that cause my mouth to salivate. The strange slimy meat sting in my pocket made my stomach churn and twist like a writhing worm. Thus, I decided to go vegetarian that day. It's mostly carrot and potato. Rich, beaming and blissfully ignorant of me, this Marissa shops of horrors, ordered a rat skewer. Oh wow, thank you so much. I don't know how I'll pay you back, but if I take too long, just keep your punches to my body and not my face. I have a real bad toothache as it is. Oh my god, no. Jeez, this kid. You don't owe me anything, it's to get to know your present. I had some extra elements anyway. That was a complete lie. The element parts are mean, but I wanted to be nice anyway. Besides, who knew if I even lived to use whatever elements I had after this ordeal was done? I looked to Rich. He was eating as if he hadn't eaten in weeks. Perhaps he hadn't. So, you're absolutely sure you don't know anyone named Pucks? Nope, not at all. I'm extremely positive. Why does he still sound so proud when he says that? So we still don't have any leads. Who else could we ask? What is it, Rich? Did you hear something? Huh? A strange flying thing nearly crashed right into Rich's head, but fortunately stopped short. Looking closer at it, it seems like it's made of metal and plastic. What the heck is this thing? Birdie. I think it's a bird. I'm gonna call him Birdie. Rich, that's not a bird. Look at it. It flies, of course it's a bird. Duh. I suddenly had a headache. The little flying machine then made a weird chirping noise and rotated slightly back and forth. It almost looked as if it was beckoning us, albeit crudely. Look, the bird wants to show us something. Rich, this isn't a bird. Wait for me, Birdie. Tweet, 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 tweet. Lizzie, it's not listening to me. I'm gonna catch it. Yeah, duh. Huh? What? What? Wait a minute. And just like that, the machine and Rich take off. Hey, wait for me. The strange metal flying machine weaves its way through the air of junks with a boat-like race listening to and through the gusts of wind. Rich continued to chase and shout wildly with reckless abandon, not even considering that at any moment a ton metal dumpster full of garbage and scrap could land right on his very head. No one has an explanation for it, but the District of Junks, originally established by Possum Brady, who always felt more at home amongst pile of trash and filth, have a dangerous characteristic. Unpredictably, things fall from the sky here, from a source that no one has been able to determine, like rain but pulpier and sometimes deadlier. Are there planes dropping junks here? Is that what it is? Interesting. Sometimes you're lucky and the only thing that lands on you is some moldy fruit, maybe some bags of animal feces. Other times you will get a shell of a car landing on your head, or shards of glass. One time I saw a bowling ball. I mentioned the porcelain puck of legend earlier. This isn't to say there isn't a reason to come to junks, or rather that people don't find a reason. If you are persistent and know what to look for, one can find things of extraordinary value, or things that can be polished to valuable. Components for machines, clothes, sometimes preserved with food, cans, plastic wrap. I found some comics book here once. Was about a young man that had a violent alien being possessed his hand, and the two had learned to coexist. Oh, I wonder what that one is. Their world seems a lot nicer than mine, to be honest. What the fuck do you mean? No, it's not. I stopped following Rich for a moment. Why am I pursuing this with such drive? My chances of survival are close to none if the legends are to believe. A horror of unspeakable character, or one so unspeakable as to render all who encounter it speechless awaits me. Oh, yeah, true. If I stood here long enough, I could simply wait for oblivion to find me, and the whole ordeal right here. Just close my eyes and breathe, and life will have come and gone in a flash. Was that Discord notification that I heard? Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my Discord notification. BRB, I'm gonna switch that off. Also, that's more Discord notification. Also, I'm gonna, save the game. Alright, I return. Just close my eyes and breathe, and life will have come and gone in a flash. Oh, okay. You'll make it back in one piece, even if you don't believe it. I do. I believe in you, Lizzie. For what it's worth, if anyone was ever to make it back, I think it will be someone like you. I must rely on my children's support to do what must be done for the collective good. What was I doing? I can lose myself. I have to keep strong. There's more important things at stake. I'm scared beyond belief, but just laying down to die isn't how I want to go. I have friends that believe me. I have to help the collective, whatever that ends up meaning. It's clearly important, is it? I look up. Rich is far away, but I can still see him. If I start sprinting now, I think I can still catch up. I slap my cheeks, scan the sky for any garbage rain, and take off after him. And then I fall on my face. Ow! Huh? It's a paper cup. Nothing really unusual about that, especially not here. And yet, I'm drawn to it for some reason. Why's that? I wanna look at it though. I can really tell you why. Can give you a reason I should either. Rich is running away and I could lose him. Yeah, let's examine the cup. Reaching my hands towards it, something in the air, an ugly buzz that hovered just above the quiet, a trembling in the air on my hand. Before I can pull back, I've already picked it up. Interesting. The woman stands at the balcony, each holding paper's cup filled with warm coffee. The balcony rests in nexus for the lost and destitute. The girl with the dark hair, Loretta, told her blonde-haired friend, Sheena, a deep secret that's been haunting her like a ghost.
You're pregnant?
Woo!
Shh. Quiet.
Loretta sternly puts a finger to her lips. Her eyes are panicked and reddened from hours of crying.
Sorry. But how?
Oh yeah. Loretta bursts her face in her palm.
I really don't know. My body didn't even want to tell me until recently. I have no idea what to do. Me, a mother.
Ooh, oh. She stares into space. Thousands of nightmare scenarios are flashing behind her eyes. Thousands more failures to be responsible for. For once, there was no excusing it. Before she could blame the negative effects of her action on people as the price they paid for choosing to care about her, choosing to associate with her. This though, a life was forming inside her, and everything she do from here on would have direct consequences for it. Already had consequences waiting to reveal themselves, she figured. Meh. She now looks to the ground pensively.
Do you know who the father is? Could they help?
Oh, I don't know, man. Bittersweet memories flooded her head. Party too soon? Or was it too late? Was it before or after the party? Why did the party have to stop? Even worse, what if that wasn't the time? What if the conception happened somewhere in the dark oblivion of unconsciousness that nearly swallowed her life?
I might know who, but we'd have to test to see.
Oh, why am I checking? I don't even realize. I didn't even realize I must have pressed a button while I was... Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even realize.
What about your mom?
Yeah? I can bear to see you like this. You're killing yourself. What will your other father think? You have to wake up eventually. Please stop this. Please, you look terrible. I wish I had my baby girl back.
I've put her through enough as it is. I've been dead inside for the past God knows how long at this point. Living pill to pill. I could see the look in her eyes. It killed her inside. Every time.
Rip Bozo.
No. I've decided. I'm on my own with this one.
A long silence rests itself in a moment.
Are you going to keep it?
Oh, I don't know. It's up to your decision. What was that? I feel like the more time goes on, the less of a grip I have on myself and reality around me. Losing my mind, seeing stuff, I really can't take it. No use worrying about it though, I need to keep moving. Hopefully I can still catch up to Rich. Indeed. After a long, exhausting chase, I finally catch up to Rich in the machine. This building looked remarkably better than other structures in Jiang's, which were usually absolutely wrecked. It was kind of eerie, and I couldn't help but wonder how this one building stayed sturdy. Time to save again. Wow, we went pretty far. That was a lot of fun, Birdie. The little machine makes another beep, then proceeds to fly away to the top of the building. It disappears inside one of the open windows on top. Oh, Birdie gone. I groan. I gave up correcting him at that point. I was too out of breath to care. Huh. I think it wanted us to go inside, maybe? I think so too. Let's go. Appearances can be deceiving. For as relatively nice as the building looked on the outside, the inside more resembled the trash heap aesthetic I expected. While the building was clearly intact structurally, there was all kind of garbage, scrap metal, and tools strewn everywhere. If you told me at the time that a tornado had just run through the building, I'd have believed you. What a mess! What is this place?
It's my house.
Oh, neat. A tall boy with a grumpy face and a black metal helmet wanders in, holding a strange flying machine from earlier.
Birdie!
Oh my gosh, is that Birdie you're holding? What did you do to Birdie? He means the little machine you have in your hand.
Oh, Matron. It ain't a bird, moron.
Wow.
Birdie!
It's not, but it flies.
Have you, never seen a picture of a bird? Or do you have holes in the brain?
Ah, so now it's not a bird. I guess you're right now that I look at it closer. Lizzie, why didn't you tell me? I did tell you, damn darn it.
Don't have time for this shit. You said your name was Lizzie, right? That means the kid with the detuned radio for a brain is rich, I assume.
Yes, correct. You wouldn't happen to be Pucks, would you?
Yes! Fucking
But you were just standing around in your house.
What do you think the drone was for? It's got a camera. I was using it to look for you.
Oh, smart. Huh. That's really cool. Where did you get it?
Made in my city.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Amazed what cool shit you can find around junks if you know where to look. Machine parts and electrical components lying beneath the garbage, just waiting to be put to use.
Uh-huh. There's a glint in his eyes as he talks about it. This kind of thing really makes him happy, I think. He must really love building things. Sometimes people look down on those that spend all their time in junks, let alone a guy who lives here who... How has his house not gotten crushed yet? But I kind of admire it. Oh, Hawk. Takes a lot of resourcefulness to be able to wade through the garbage and scrap and find stuff that's useful or make something new out of it. Wow, that's amazing! So is that the camera on the front? He nods proudly while tapping the bulbous camera orb. Wow, how are you able to see the pictures though?
It has a UHF transmitter on the rear of the chassis. It can beam a signal back to the antenna on my portable TV. I have to be careful if I block the line of sight between them, the signal doesn't come through.
Interesting. He talks excitedly and fast. It's a little hard to follow the details. He seems really happy to talk about it though. Wow! I didn't understand much of that at all. I think he's saying the drone sends a picture to his TV, so long as they can see each other. Oh, I see. So using that he was looking for us. How did you know that what we look like though? We're all strangers.
Yeah, I didn't.
Buh. Oh, so was he even actually looking for us then when the drone found us? Oh, so you just found us by accident?
Yeah.
What? So really, he just wanted us to think he was using his drone for something productive when he probably was just playing with it. You were just having fun flying it, weren't you? For a moment, he looks like he's about to explode.
Anyways, let's get going, don't we?
Oh, true.
Gotta do what Mother says, right? Even if it's sending us to a fucking grave. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Just gotta grab my box of tools and shit.
Uh-huh. I noticed Puck's nose suddenly scrunches as he left out the cough. He waves the air, trying to waft the awful scent away. His eyes dart between me and Richard, ending to find the culprit. The mate in my pocket ooze in embarrassment. I keep my mouth shut. Rich stand there, oblivious and nose blind to the smelly flesh at this point. Puck simply shakes his head and leaves the room. Whoa, this mate has like super important relevance to the game.
We should probably get going.
Yeah. We should. Snark, puff. Together we make our way to the Mother's Matron monolith. The monolith sat tall, looming over us as we were pitiable little slugs ready to get squished under its boot. The sky always looked different here, looked wrong somehow. The normal and ever-present set of pillowy clouds congealed into the split jelly that seemed to want to slither inside the tower through every small crack and opening and swallow everything inside. It never would though. It simply maintained a comfortable distance from the tower out of fear. A fear that was starting to make its way to me as I gazed upon the monolith. Doesn't matter how many times I see it, it still floors me how huge this thing is. Wow, we've never been this close to it before. It's so big. Yeah, it's big, alright. Puck stormed past us and went inside, hand in his pockets. Rich and I followed Puck inside. Puck's brows furrowed and somewhat offended. The lobby was a bit underwhelming compared to the rest of the building. It was also considerably more damp than I thought the Mother Matron would like it. For some reason, I thought someone would be meeting us here. Apparently, there's no welcoming committee. There's an intercom, though. A what? Over there. He gestures to a strange bug on the wall with two dimly lit red lights on it. It's an intercom, something you can use to talk to someone who's in a different part of the building. Oh, I see. You're really smart, huh? Huh. How does it work? Well, I've never used one, just read about them in some old books I found. I think you're supposed to press that button and talk to it. Ah, I see. With none of us wanting to actually press the button, we stood there until awkwardness decided to rest itself on the moment. So you're gonna press it or what? Huh? I didn't realize I was supposed to. Well, of course you are. You wanted to see how it works. Best way to do that is to use it. Grrr. I suddenly pressed a finger on a button. What did I say? My voice cracked from the nerves. I don't know, I guess hi, we're the three the Mother Matron summoned. Okay, I'll try. Thank you. We all jump a mile in our shoes. Fucking shit. I guess it hurt you, Pucks. Shut the fuck up. Pucks, was it really called for? Don't really care, let's move, we gotta hit the 12th floor. Puck stormed off again. Rich's eyes were glued to the floor. He looked like a little sad mouse, and I felt my heart twinge for him. He's kind of a jerk, isn't he? No, he's not so bad. I think he's just scared like me. He just shows that differently. Rich.
Let's get going.
We should get going. Yeah, you're right. After an exhausting climb up cookie stairs, we found ourselves on the 12th floor. The landing led us to a narrow hallway, the walls of which lay flat and uncomfortably angular and sharp, extremely artificial looking. It felt as if the hallway was made out of sharp knives resting against each other, waiting for the right moment to slice us to ribbons. The hall terminates in an aged doorway made of wood and fogged glass. Behind it, theoretically, was the dear Mother Matron, waiting to greet us and embrace her dear children. I finally get to meet the paragon of kindness that I knew as the caretaker of every girl and boy I knew. And yet, every synapse in my body was afire, screaming at me to turn and run. I kept my feet firm, but were my skin sentient, it would have been ripped itself off my flesh and jumped out the closest window it could find. I guess this is it.
That's weird.
Are you sure? This place is so... I don't know, something about it bars me. I'm as positive as I can be. Well, it's nice of you to volunteer to go first, Pucks. You're such a great guy. Bruh.
God damn it.
I didn't say anything about that, you dipshit.
You're kind of a jerk.
Shh. Stop yelling. I'll go first. I volunteered so confidently just to get them to shut up, but the instant I had said it, I felt intense regret. I was totally gonna do it anyway, but fine if you insist. Thanks, Lizzie. Bro. And so I stepped closer. Yeah. Am I supposed to press? I think I'm supposed to press. You know what? I'm just gonna stare at the door awkwardly for like 10 minutes. Hello. Yes. It's me. Who? I reached my hand to open the door. I knocked. Hello. We are here, Mother Matron. We're coming in. I clasped the doorknob. I twisted it. I'll need to find it locked. Huh? Oh. Sounds filled the hall. Are you Mother Matron? Uh-huh. Hello, anyone there? Sounds filled the hall yet again. Then a cracking static buzz leaks in from the ceiling above us. I look up to see a speaker above us. Uh-huh. A warm and tender voice laced with static drips through the perforated disc in the ceiling.
Yes, my darlings. Your mother matron is here. You are all ready to see what I have?
Yeah. We are here, aren't we? Get on with it.
I'll elect to ignore your impudent tone, Puck. For now.
Oh? Wait, aren't you going to come to see us?
No, my children. I am unable to leave. I have kept this a secret so as to prevent panic, but your mother matron is very intrigued.
Huh. A raspy cough erupts through the speakers, hissing and peaking.
Alas, I must remain secluded.
Heh, doesn't even have the courtesy to see us off before she sent us to be butchered. Hux?
Do you have something to say, Punxsutawney?
Oof. No, just wondering when you're gonna get to the point.
Because of my illness, I am unable to carry out the grand mission of the collective, which is what you have been called here for, my children.
Grand mission? What's the grand mission?
We seek the womb of paradise, my beloved.
Interesting.
It is no secret that life in the boarding is difficult. I have tried my hardest to make it as wonderful as possible for you all, but there's only so much that can be done. I dream of a future where we leave the boarding and travel to a place of love and kindness. That is what the womb of paradise is, my dear.
Very interesting.
It is your real home, where you all belong. And their lives is the depth of the Crepuscule.
So that's what the surveyors are meant to do. Search for the womb of the paradise in the Crepuscule.
Yes, the honorable parents are carried on the mission of seeking the womb of...
Yeah. Search for the MacGuffin in the creepy dark tunnel, we get it. How will we know what it looks like, and what are we supposed to do once we find it?
You are fortunate that I have patience for such an incident.
I don't think you can do anything at all right now.
You will know it when you find it. It is the paradise beyond measure, possibly splendid as sight age. A place where all your troubles will melt away like ice. Once you find it, should you succeed in doing so, you are to return to the boarding so that you may guide your siblings on the complete journey. Am I understood? Any questions?
I have one, Mommy? Mommy? Why haven't we heard about this grand mission before? The Womb of Paradise sounds wonderful. I wish I could have started looking for it earlier. I would have been right by your side the whole time searching if possible.
Rich, my dear boy, the womb of paradise lies in the dangerous depths below. You are only going there because it has become necessary. Were I not in a state of unwellness, I'd make the journey myself. I do not want to compel my children to go unless I have.
I see, that's so considerate of you, Mommy. Hux grunts loudly. I have a question too. Is there anything you can do to help us succeed? Anything you can give us some advice, maybe?
Near the shaft leading to the Crepuscule is a locker room filled with various items. You are free to take anything from there that might be of use. As far as the light, all I offer
Huh.
is never give up hope. Keep seeking paradise when it feels impossible out of sight.
I have a question too. Mother. The word mother leaves his lips like a luigi. It's like he hates the word is in his mouth. Why would you pick us? Out of all the kids you got to pick, why us specifically? Suddenly coughing erupts gain more intense than before.
I'm not stressed now, my dears. Please hurry. I do not know how much longer I have left for this world. I must bring you to paradise before I depart from the mortal world. Be vigilant. I love you.
Huh, indeed. Silence. I guess that's the end of the conversation. Pax glared towards the Mother Matron receding shadow. I tapped him on the shoulder gently. I guess she left. Maybe. Maybe indeed. He continued to glare for a moment but finally turned away. Let's fucking go already. Pax made his way to the stairs. Rich and I exchanged looks, then followed suit. Wordlessly, we went down the long set of stairs to the first floor. It was less tiring going down than going up, unfortunately. The locker room itself sat on a hall to the side of the stairs, positioned towards the back of the monolith structure. The locker themselves were in terrible condition. Most of the doors had either fallen off or were seemingly kicked in. We were all still shaken from the conversation with the Mother Matron, but we tried our best to not let our fear manifest itself. Rich was the first to speak. Eesh, this smells horrible. No kidding, let's get our shit and get going. Carefully avoiding puddles and scummy tiles, Puck stepped past Rich to the lockers. He began rooting through them. What do you see? Nothing mind-blowing, but something better than nothing in this situation, I suppose. Here. Ah. Puck tossed the crowbar towards Rich. The crowbar nearly bonked him on the head and knocked him out, but he fortunately coughed with a yelp. Ah! Careful! You coughed, didn't you? Puck rummaged around some more. Yeah, this could work. Here, Lizzie, take this. Hux, fortunately, handed me a large knife. It was a lot heavier than it looked. Careful, it's not the sharpest thing, but you could still cut yourself pretty easily with it. I carefully ran my right hand against the side of the blade. Its rusty surface felt scratchy against my fingertips. I'll be careful with it. What are you taking? Pax pulled out a large wooden baseball bat. He took a few slow practice swings with it, getting comfortable with its weight. I'm taking this slugger.
You're really cool.
It suits you. Do you play basketball? I used to. Had a couple of friends I used to play with, but... Never mind, that's not important. Are they all gone here? Are they all getting selected as well? It was brave, but I saw his eyes briefly filled with sadness. I felt bad for asking, but I had the feeling apologizing would just hurt him even more. Are there any other tools in the lockers or something? I feel like we might need those. I have some in my toolbox, but let me take a look. Doesn't hurt to have more to work with. Pax rummaged around some more, then shouted in excitement. Aha! A toolbox. Let's see what's inside. Not bad, seems well stocked. Some tools are kinda old and rusty, but they'll get the job done. Adding your beauties to my collection. Alright, I think this is everything we need, or at least everything we're gonna have. Are you two ready? Yes, I suppose so. I'm gonna save. Me too. As ready as I'll ever be. Fox nodded and led us on. The shower room was a room that was largely empty, save for one old hatch. I think this is it. I swallowed hard. I could hear the light chattering of teeth behind me, probably coming from Rich. I looked at them, nodded. Then we went down the hatch. Ah. We now stood in a long, dark tunnel which extended far ahead into pure darkness. The tunnel felt unnaturally cold, both to the skin and to the soul. The very air carried the message. This was a place that held nothing but abject misery. Even if you were blind to the discreet appearance of the tunnel, the cold will tell you that this was a place where habitats had never been. We could see our breath in the tunnel, white mist punctuating each exhalation. Brr, you wouldn't happen to have another sweater, would you, Lizzie? No, sorry, it's not really helping me as much as you think it will. Still bet it felt warmer than with what we are wearing. I hope it's less cold further in, but that's probably futile. Shall we get going? We shall. Pax and Rich nodded. We descended further in the tunnel, trying to not to pay mind to the fact that our chances of coming back out were slim to none. The craggy tunnels were illuminated by lonely light bulbs, which miraculously had not burned out. Who knows how long they had been burning down here? This must be some kind of mine. Really? What makes you say that? I've read some books about them, and the pictures in them look a hell lot like the place that this place does. I bet you 20 drags we'll find mining equipment somewhere ahead. I thought back to the market purchase earlier today. Well, unfortunately for you, I'm broke. What a shame. I'll take an IOU then. What? I owe you... I owe you? Yeah. I gave a little laugh at that. It was nice to see that Pugs had a little lighter side to him. Hey guys, look at this. What is it? I think it's a journal or something. Resting on a wooden bench against the wall was a small little book with a black letter, or maybe fox leather cover. Let me take a look at it. Do we really have time for this? I'll take an excuse not to go further in, thank you very much. I stumbled through the journal. Many pages were water damaged and illegible, but I eventually found a section that was somewhat readable. I read aloud. I love how it feels inside of me. I love the feeling of it crawling inside my guts. The razor on its fingers scrape the walls and it hurts and bleeds out, but I feel beautiful. The feeling of life inside, feeling of my inside, everything about me keeps it alive. I will protect it with my life even if it hurts. I will kill if I have to kill. I will pillage if I have to pillage. When I will rest as dust to be blown off the top of an old shelf, scattering into the air as grain, remember not for how I stood but for the thing that grew inside me. I cannot wait for it to hatch and crawl out from between my legs. It's kicking. The rest of the entry was illegible and the writing stopped shortly after this point. What did any of that mean? It sounded like it was written by someone with a few screw loose. I wouldn't read that deep into it. Yeah, totally. What? I don't know. We look around frantically. Save time. We couldn't see. Interesting how tough they are. I think that's real tough. There behind Rich, I saw something that my mind could scarce comprehend. A horrible lumbering tower of meat with glassy blue eyes that stared with cold hunger and malice. I writhed in the distance, a living nightmare that was delighted to know that none of us could wake up to escape it. While it was hard to determine exactly where its attention was drawn, it was clear that Rich was in its sight. That's when it reared and treachered Rich. If I didn't do something, the monstrosity will do something terrible to him. Yell out to Rich, throw my knife. I had a knife with me. There was no way I'd be able to get between Rich and the beast, but maybe I could cripple it or at least stun it. Maybe throw it to the eyes, I don't know. That's the best solution I can think of, because yes, Even yelling, the Rich is kinda funky. If we go in, we might both get hit. I feel like this is the best solution. I raised the knife and mentally marked the beast's eyes as my target. Take this! I threw the knife and stuck Rich through the eye. Well, yeah, okay, this is another problem that I think through. We are not pro at throwing knife. Oh no! What the fuck, Lizzie? Rich did not scream at me, he was silent. The knife had likely struck his brain. Rich went limp and fell to the ground. I had killed Rich. Rich was dead by my hand. I was in disbelief. I stood there frozen, in complete shock and horror at what I had done. The beast did not wait for me to grieve. It lunged at me. Lizzie! Yes, delicious. Pain. An eruption of fire in my chest that fell down the whole width of my torso. The accumulation of millions of tiny little pins freaking their way through my flesh. While I stood there in complete shock, unable to comprehend the manslaughter I committed, the creature charged and impaled me on its filthy teeth. The saliva that coated them burned my insides. I could feel it turning my vital organs into a slurry of protein that the creature could suck down its gullet. I collapsed. Puck screamed my name again. I didn't hear it though, I was already gone. The Crepuscule has claimed another. Dead end. Interesting. Okay. Yell out? I yelled to Rich, I had to warn him. Time swallowed, I needed Rich to run, turn around, block, do something. But he just stared at me dumbly during that half second that began to feel like our seat. Yeah, I told you. Could I blame him though? He had no idea what I was shouting at him for. He had no idea of the madness behind him. Neither did his poor little heart. Yeah, delicious. Boom. Rich fell to the ground, his eyes wide in shock. A torrent of blood began to pour freely from the hole in his chest. The horrible beast stood before me, uncomfortably close. A rush of adrenaline hit me. I had to act. Run to help Rich? Rich was horribly hurt, and I had to get him away from the monstrosity. I had to hope I could pull him away from the creature fast enough, but I couldn't. Ouch. But wait, that's a different dialogue, isn't it? Damn it, I skipped that. I think it was the same dialogue. Push Rich away from the creature? If I wanted to save Rich, there was only one option. There was no way he would react in time and get away. He wouldn't even know what he was getting killed until after the creature gored him. Watch out! So I charged toward Rich and shoved him out of the way. What? I shoved Rick to the wall. He was safely away now while I was in his place. Before I could get comfortable, I heard the stomping feet of the beast. It was coming right at me. I had to think fast. Ouch. Don't want out of the way. It was good so far. I had to hope my legs could carry me away from the creature's attack fast enough. I leapt to the side. Yep. The berries tortured their way down my torso. My intestines fall from freshly opened stomach and landed to the floor with wet slabs. My body felt nothing but the burning of 1,000 suns. I sizzled like stick on a grill. Delicious. I tasted iron. I heard screams. I didn't hear their words. I drifted off into the void. Yep. Very poor. Okay, stick my knife. I stepped hard in front of me. The creature ran right into my blade. The blade dug deep into the creature's flesh with a crisp slice. The creature let out a yelp and stumbled backwards in shock and pain, taking the blade with it. Save time again. I had no weapon now, but at least I had time to put distance between me and the beast. I ran to Pucks and Rich. Fucking awesome! We're not out of the water yet. You got it, Lizzie. We all almost died, by the way. I looked back to the creature, which was starting to find its footing. Yeah, but not for long. It's okay, I have a plan. One of you need to distract it. Distract it? Yeah, get its attention right away from me and keep its focus on you. I'll get it from behind. Oh wow, great idea. I'm not sure. Who should do it? Don't care, just decide among yourself. Rich looked at me terrified. I had to decide which one of us would try and distract the creature and fast. Yeah, yourself. If you want something to done right, you have to do it yourself, or so I justified myself. I'll do it. Be careful. I'll be fine. It seems rather likely that I wouldn't be, but that was neither here nor there. I stepped to the side, away from Pax and Rich. I'm safe. Okay, let's do this. I had some room to think now. It was up to me to lure the creature away from them. I drove myself towards myself, making it on my own. Huh? I drove it. The creature was hungry and fancied us as its meal, a carnivore. Therefore, what bait would work better than flesh? Ashamed that I only thought to over my own. Hey, whoo! Look at me! I'm a yummy thing, come on! I tried to ignore the look of befuddlement poked through my way and continued. I waved my arms wildly and continued shouting at it. I kinda don't want to throw the meat right now, maybe it can help us later on? Come on, take the bait, come on. It was still focused on Pucks. I had to think, I had to try something else, anything. Come get me, you stupid bug-eye hunk of rat meat. That caught its attention. I wonder if it somehow knew I insulted it. The beast rerouted and charged. I wanted to run, but I kept my legs firm. I had to trust Pucks. Oh, I closed my eyes. A wet, meaty thud. I opened my eyes. Pucks was bashing the creature repeatedly with his bat. Die, you son of fuck! Thud. Thud? Are we being beaten up? He finally stopped. Things were quiet. The creature twitched and shrieked. Under a heavy bash from Pucks. Thud. Squish. Thud. Squish, squish. The beast was laying on the ground, twitching and wheezing horribly. Its horrid blood stank of metal and rot and pulled on the ground beneath it. With a pathetic little whimper, the creature stopped twitching, its giant eyes lost expression. I saw nothing anymore except eternity. It was dead. Was it, though? It's dead. Oh, thank God. It's dead. Is everyone alright? Yeah, I'm alright, Liz. Yeah, I'm fine. I can't believe I made it all in one piece. Same here, this thing's awful. Look at that, its saliva is corrosive. What? Acidic, it melts things, look. From the large tusk, teeth, still not sure what he called them, saliva dripped into the growing pool of blood below. The blood bubbled and hissed with each drop of saliva. We should be very careful, try not to step in the blood puddle or touch the thing. Okay, Another cry, similar to that one of the beasts we had just killed, echoed across the tunnel from multiple directions. This creature was not the first, and it would not be the last. More were coming, and we had to move now. I agree. Run! We immediately took off, being careful to leap over the blood pool and not to trip on the rough floor. We ran faster than we had ever run in our entire life. I'm certain of that.
I think we should head straight here. Looks like a
Oh.
bend on the left. Whoa!
I glanced behind me and see Rich halfway inside the ground, holding on for dear life. Rich!
Please! Help! Ah!
In an instant, Rich was swallowed into the darkness. I'm sure he's fine. I began to run back, hoping I could pull Rich back in, but I was grabbed by my arm.
Liz!
I'm sorry, we can't do anything for him now. We have to go. Yeah? Quick's word falls on deaf ears. I wrenched my arm out from his grasp and ran toward the hole. I could just wait to regain his grip on me. He could grab hold of my shoulders and begin pulling me back down the tunnel with him. Lizzie, we have to go. No, let go of me. I gotta save him. I struggled against him, but he was able to keep control. He forcefully shook me by the shoulder. Liz, snap out of it. I froze for a moment. Listen, we have to go. We can't do anything now. I glared at him, then finally relented. We took off running, the horrible whizzes and screams going louder and louder behind us. I glanced back to see looming shadows down tunnel. Where were they even coming from? It didn't matter. I kept running. We both did. We ran. And ran. And ran. Okay. So I guess that's all for Modern Matron now. We will end this video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. That's very interesting. See you later then in the next episode. Bye bye.